Well, I mean, be the change that you want to see. That's basically, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. It's just basically, don't sit around and complain about the state of things, no matter what it is. You know, like anybody can, you know, stand around somebody drowning with their fucking camera phone out. You know what I mean? Oh my God, somebody's drowning. Somebody's drowning. They shouldn't be drowning. Like, but it take a special type of person to jump in the water and get them out of there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just about action. You know, I don't like meetings. I hate meetings. I hate meetings. I think meetings are designed to kill people's will to get things done. So many meetings every day in the game, just people just throwing around all these great ideas, and nobody even plans on pulling the trigger on it. You know what I mean? Like, it is just be about action. Just be about action. Get shit done. Turn a corner. Plenty of people can get right to the point where it's time to really, really show and prove, and they can't quite get past that hump because they're too busy talking about what they're gonna do instead of just being exactly what they want to see. My work ethic, I think it comes from my dad, man. I mean, he's the hardest working person that I seen growing up. And I think that was probably one of the reasons why he was so angry all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like, my dad kept a job, man. He kept a job, excellent provider. Always was an excellent provider, you know? So my dad was like, he worked at the post office for most of my childhood, but he was like, he'd go play basketball at night. And then when he was like on his tip where he wanted to make sure he stay in shape, he would like run. He used to take us to run for like miles, but then he used to ride his bike to work. And he lived downtown, so we talking about 26 miles. He'd ride his bike 26 miles, go to work, 10-hour shift, get off work, ride his bike back, you know, and he would have to leave an hour early, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, he showed me no signs of lazy, you know, so I never grew up seeing lazy behavior. You know, like I always grew up seeing somebody who was assertive, somebody who's just get shit done. You know what I'm saying? So I took on the same quality. You know, I like to get stuff done, man. If I can't get it done and I know it needs to get done, it kind of hangs over my head and it kind of like bothers me a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm perfect. You know, I have procrastinated, you know what I'm saying? Like here and there, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure everybody got like a little procrastination in them here and there, but I try not to let that shit consume me. And I certainly try not to be like that in front of my kids. It's 3 keys to Royce's success. Consistency. A little crazy. I had to be a little crazy to survive like a lot of shit that I went through. And the main thing is I just never quit. Never quit. That was it. Patience. And it's just, you got to wait for your time. You know, I've had a long career so far, but every year hasn't been a good year. You know, like I've had bad years, and you just got to be willing to you got to be ready to take the good with the bad. You know, I signed up for it. My plan B was always to complete plan A. So, you know, really meaning I never had a plan B. I never looked at anything else as an alternate. Like I never thought about falling back on anything. I'm falling back on what I wanted originally started. And that's just my mind frame. I didn't mind, you know, sleeping on anybody's couch. I didn't mind traveling. I didn't mind, you know, like at the time, I didn't mind not being there when my son was born or nothing like that. I was just reckless. And I think it's very important to be consistent in this business, because if you think about it as bluntly as possible, it's like what you're trying to do is you're trying to sell something to a consumer. So what you want to do is you want to build the trust. You want to build up a trust with the consumer. So if I go to McDonald's, I know exactly what I'm going to get every time. I know exactly what the price range is going to be, and I go there strictly for that. And that's what makes McDonald's special to people, as bad as it is. And it's just a consistency thing, you know? Yeah, you got to be a little bit crazy in order to make it. I think that's one of the reasons why record companies prefer to look for extremely young artists. You know, before you can get to an age where you're thinking too much, overthinking everything and thinking about the repercussions of things. I think record companies want to get these kids. You know, I didn't care. I didn't care about nothing but making music and getting it out. I didn't do a lot of complaining. You know, I just wanted to be heard, you know, like I wasn't worried about a single for radio and all of this shit, you know, that people care about. You know, I just went out there and got it done, you know, and I was willing to sacrifice everything. And, you know, like being in a business like this and really wanting to accomplish great things, you got to be willing to sacrifice. You got to be a little bit crazy in order to survive this business, because it's designed to chew you up and spit you out.